What up, it's Twinkie77. Since you already know what it is, let's get it started, y'all. Now, as you can see, your boy's playing with Brad Calipari. Don't ask me how I did it. Don't ask me how I know him, okay? Just know your boy pulling some strings behind the scenes now. But mainly what we're going to talk about today, as you can see by the title, is 2K20. We're going to talk about graphics, we're going to talk about gameplay, we're going to talk about the soundtrack. But I really want to put emphasis on the soundtrack. But we're going to get started with the graphics. The graphics, of course, I'm pretty sure we've all seen the screenshots. Has anybody noticed how they try to make the people sweaty in the screenshots to make it look better than what it was last year? Because every time they show new ones, I really started paying attention because you guys know I came back in 2K18 since like years of me not playing 2K. Came in 2K18, they showing screenshots. I'm like, oh, this look great. Then 2K19 rolls around, they're showing screenshots, and it's like the screenshots they used for 2K18 were them dry or them like the game just started or something like that. And then for 2K19, when they're showing the comparison, they would always be sweaty and the light would be hitting them just right, make them look like they upgraded the graphics. Then, as you guys can see now, you got 2K20, 2K19. We thought 2K19 looked good. It looks the same to me, to be honest with you. You know, they got to add a little bit more sweat, make it look like it's in a Gatorade commercial. You know what I'm saying? And then, but it's like the graphics have not just truly improved from game to game. Now, I don't know if the PS4 is at its, maximum capacity with the graphics or graphics card or things like that. Well, that's PC talk, but I don't know if they've added anything new just from the screenshots that we've seen. Nothing really looks new to me. Now, if there's some more screenshots that came out that you guys, have seen that I haven't seen, put in the comments or something. Let me know where I can find it. Next, we're going to talk about gameplay. I'm pretty sure we've all seen the gameplay, or most of us have seen the gameplay. And if you haven't, they still have the takeover system. They still have the shot meter, but the shot meter is down by your feet. I believe that's 2K17, right? If I'm wrong, y'all put in the comments if I'm wrong. But 2K17, where the shot meter is down by your feet, they still have that, but they don't have the ones, at least from the gameplay I've seen, they don't have the shot meter by your hands. For me on 2K19, as you can see, whenever I shoot the ball, I had the shot meter by my hands and by my feet. Just because that's just a preference for me. But for you guys, some like it just by the feet, some like it just by the hands. But they have that. They have archetypes as well. So because I seen the screenshot, or not screenshot, the gameplay of, I believe it was Anthony Davis. He had the mailbox and he had the rim protector symbol. And it's not beside your feet anymore. It's up under you, like where your circle is to indicate which player you are. It has it within there. Another thing too is when you green, it flashes in the middle of the circle as well. There's no longer like when the meter fills up, it's just that part that's green. No, it's just inside the circle. That changes some things, but it's only so much that you could do with it from year to year. Oh. And another thing that they've also added is they've added how open you actually are. They give a percentage when you shoot the ball. So instead of it just saying heavily and then like just open or something, it would say lightly or lightly contested or things like that. And then it'll say 82%. It give you an exact number of how open you are. But I'm pretty sure with this 2K, y'all, it never fails. I dealt with this in 2K18. I dealt with it in 19. When you wide open, full bar. It's not a green ball, full bar, and you miss. Y'all, I've dealt with it before. I've dealt with it with my stretch, my shot creator. I've seen pure sharps do it. And they're like, no, it's your jumper. Look, sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. But I'm just saying. I know this is going to happen. It's going to say 100% wide open, and you bricking it. Now let's get on the soundtrack. The soundtrack, y'all, I'm not even going to lie to you. They have over 50 songs that you're going to be able to listen to. I was just ready to make an argument that 2K11 has the best soundtrack of all 2K. I don't care what nobody say. 2K11 has the best soundtrack. But looking at this, 50 songs when 2K11 had maybe 30, 29 songs. But I would say it like this. Ever since 2K11, there has never been a 2K soundtrack that I will listen to every single song on. I want, go to the soundtracks and then keep one out or keep a couple out. No, 2K11, I listen to every last one of them. Y'all can't tell me it won at least a couple hits from 2K11 when you were like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna sit here and listen to, I'm gonna sit here and vibe to this real quick. But 2K20 has songs from J. Cole, Travis Scott, even though Travis Scott was featured on this. Somebody told me Lil Pump is going to be the feature artist of 2K20. Y'all, if I'm wrong, y'all let me know. But I just heard this yesterday in the party chat, and somebody said Lil Pump was. I don't know about all that. But like I said, you got feature artists like J. Cole, Travis Scott, Meek Mill. They got some hits on there with 50 songs. But the one thing that really got my attention was they said, and you. Like, you're next looking at. But no, they actually had something on there as if we can decide what new songs will come on. Because I'm thinking they're going to add songs along the way. Now, I'll play the clip real quick for you guys. If I can, then I'll just pull up the audio for you. Hang on a sec. Yeah, it'll say Travis Scott and you. It'll say Meek Mill, J. Cole, Travis Scott for anybody that follows 2K on Twitter. They released that, and they were talking about some of the artists that's on there, and they're saying and you. So I'm thinking, oh, we're going to get new soundtracks throughout the year. Now, here's my suggestion, okay? 2K spends so much money every year just to get the feature artists or, you know, to be able to get the music onto 2K without having to deal with anything, you know, any backlash from the artists or the record labels or anything. Because one thing 2K18 did was, you guys remember the vending t-shirts, right? It was nice to have that. We had something that we could create, and, you know, other people could wear all over 2K. You know, it was nice. But then we ran into the issue of 2K didn't have the license to put, even though it was just the 2K players doing that, where they will put like Louis Vuitton or you know, something that wasn't already sponsored by 2K, or that didn't sponsor 2K. 2K, you know, of course, tried to come up with the excuse of, you know, we didn't put it in the game. It was the people that, you know, the creators, the people that are playing 2K, they're the ones that's putting this stuff in, and almost called a lawsuit. So they're being very careful with this. So here's an idea. I'm just throw this out there, 2K. And Ronnie, if you're listening, just hear me out on this. Instead of paying so much money to get, you, like I said, 50 or so songs from possibly 50 or so different artists, why not look up some of these SoundCloud rappers? Now, I'm just suggesting, simply because you can get one or two of the best SoundCloud songs out for that past year, right? Put it on 2K. And then you can interchange them 2 or 3. Those guys aren't on a contract. They're looking to get their music out. That's the whole reason why they on SoundCloud. It'll save you some money. Now, granted, you could throw in some money, but it won't cost as much as it would you paying these folks that belong to a record label. So, I mean, I don't see a reason why not, to be honest with you. I think that'd be a great idea. SoundCloud or some of these up and coming artists that don't really get that much shine. I don't see a reason why not, to be honest with you. But the reason why I say 2K11, just for y'all, did we come towards the end of the video, but I just want to put this out there. The reason why I said 2K11 has the best soundtrack, I have the soundtrack right here in front of me. Y'all, I'm gonna play a couple of them. I'm gonna put this right by the mic. Y'all can't tell me. I could go through, it's 29 songs on the soundtrack. I could play the whole soundtrack, and you can at least tell me that you can at least remember 11 of them. Or even half of them. At least half of these songs y'all can remember. Like Shutterbird. Y'all can't tell me y'all don't remember that shit, damn it. Okay, hang on. Let me go to Drake over. Come on now. I ain't even got to play that one. What's another one? Oh, see. I know y'all remember that song. I know y'all remember that song. Hold on, let me play a little bit. Hold on, let me turn it. Y'all can't tell me y'all don't remember that song. This was the song that played after John Wall got on your ass in the summer league. I know y'all remember that song, but look, I'll just go through a couple of them. But I'm just saying, to me, 2K ain't been the same, or at least soundtrack wise, since 2K11. When you able to play, that's like a great album. When you could play almost the whole album, maybe one or two, but if you could play the whole album, that's a great song. I mean, that's a great album. You know what I'm saying? You only skip 2 songs? Hey, I ain't felt the same way about a soundtrack since 2K11, y'all, to be completely honest with you. But other than the soundtrack, I'm looking forward to 2K20, y'all. I'm not gonna get it day one. I haven't even pre-ordered it yet, but I'm not gonna get it day one. Cause if you guys remember, 2K11 came out. I'm not 2K11. 2K19 came out, and it wasn't even working. The servers were terrible the first day. So I'm gonna hold up maybe a couple days, see what's going on. If the server's still good, okay, I'm gonna hop on. I'm going to get it and download it. But I'm gonna wait the first couple days so they can get a chance to see what the bugs are before I ain't gonna say waste my money, but I got the game when it first came out. Like I said, servers were awful. Folks was losing VC. Folks, my players were getting deleted. It was terrible. People that bought the not the standard edition, but the gold, I believe it, the gold edition, the Kobe edition, I think. The folks that bought that, they that came with extra VC. When they loaded into the game, they didn't have a VC, so they just paid all this extra stuff, or paid for this extra stuff, and couldn't even get it because 2K servers were that bad. Granted, it was millions of players trying to play, or thousands at least. Hey, that's the things I'm worried about. But look, that's all I got to say, man. Until next time, it's been 2077, man. Like and subscribe, y'all. We almost at 50 subscribers. Now, I'm streaming now on Twitch, guys. I need you guys to follow your boy. We got to get our followers up on there. I ain't even gonna lie to you. First one on there, or first time on there, I had about 9 or so views. Not bad, but we got to get up there. I'm trying to stream on YouTube and Twitch as well, but I got to get my stuff set up. Your boy's trying to make some moves for y'all. I'm telling you. We on the come up. But look, until next time, man, it's been 2077, man. I'm out. Peace.